Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Steins. It is episode 19, and you know what to do as always. If you want to watch the reaction, just go into my description, follow the link, and replace the circumflex.parts with real dots, and you can see the reaction itself. Once you've done, come back here and hear out my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, what a strange episode, right? That was very confusing in very many ways, but I have some theories. So let's just go in. First things first, we started off with Moeka holding her phone in her hand, looking very unhappy. I think on top of a building. And I guess it is the first time that she received the mail, the D-mail from the future, I guess. And so this possibly is a moment where a lot of things changed for her. And I don't know about this D-mail because she said the D-mail from the past, this message proved to her that FB knows about time travel. So the D-mail that she sent herself proved to her FB does exist. So there's the option, in my opinion, that FB is not really existing at all, that maybe FB is a construct, as something she created herself. But we've seen multiple messages on her phone, so although we couldn't really read them, it's just a theory. It might be that she kind of created FB like an alter ego to tell herself what to do, to not be alone. But I think she would have needed more than one message for that to work, so not sure about that one. However, what we know is that each D-mail pushes back the death of Mariri by 1 day, which is important. And I have a theory who FB might be. And that is a strange, well, not so strange. Some might say it's surprising, some might say not really. Because, so this episode was around Moeka very much. And the fact that she died, by the way. And all of that. I think that there is the option that FB is Maki's Kurisu. I'm not completely sure why. And it is not completely fitting both parts here, because I have a very large difference in feelings from Maki's Kurisu's side. The moments she had with Okarin. And on the other hand, there's a lot which points to her in this episode, in my opinion, which makes her suspicious. So that's why I'm not sure what's going on. So, just simply said, Okarin traveled back by D-mail now. He woke up, and he informed, once again, Makis of the fact that, what's going on, there's someone dying, and I have to undo the D-mails. And he asked her to go, well, kind of asked her. She went on with Mayushi to this comic day, while he went for Moeka. And when he got there, Moeka was already dead. So, in every other timeline we had before, when he undid the D-mail, it was more or neither the time, the line that we had before he sent the D-mail that he just undid. And I'm pretty sure Moeka didn't kill herself then. I mean, he didn't visit her, but the next, so simply said, if she would have killed herself in the normal flow of time, then we would have the next D-mail sent by Ruka. The change of Ruka wouldn't have made her living, She would still have killed herself. The change of Virus later on by D-mail wouldn't have made her living, possibly at least. Very unlikely that she would not kill her then. So that's not completely fitting here. unless the change of Faris made the IBN disappear, and thus she seems to hunting the IBN. That somehow changed it, but it isn't fitting. So what I suspect here is that someone made her kill herself, and we learn here how completely, I mean, immensely completely messed up she is. Moeka is. She is head over heels in for FB. It is her only thing in life by now. So if FB would send her a message to kill herself because Okarin is coming along and they don't want Okarin to know things, she would possibly do it. She said she would kill for FB. So sure, she would kill herself as well. So that's my guess. He told Kurisu about it. And Kurisu sent, if she's FB, sent Moeka to kill herself. And she did. Then he was about to do a D-mail to undo that, but he didn't. He was waiting at the computer. And it was Christina, it was Marquise again, who called him and said that Mayushi died. We have no proof of that. Just her voice, you know, she seemed upset and everything, no question. But what if not? What if this was already like a moment where it was okay, you know? So he jumped back. By jumping back, possibly she does not know, Marquise does not know a lot now. He talks to her and she had this, they have this conversation about that she will be always there for him. In each timeline. And in this moment he starts to trust her completely. Which means she's sitting at the computer while he's moving around. And when he tries to send those 2 D-mails later on the first one we had the movement and everything, but it didn't work. No one tells us that she connected it to the right phone, you know? She could have sent any other D-mail, or she could have just enabled the microwave and not used it, howsoever. So, but this moment happened for sure. There was this movement at least. So, saying she's a bad one, the evil one, she maybe sent a D-mail to herself, no idea. The second D-mail in the end of the episode, he said it's not working, and he talks to her, and the camera switches back to her. There is nothing about the microwave moving at all. So sure, it could have already been done. That's why we don't see it, but I somehow doubt it. It looked very much, the picture was to me like, did she really use the computer then? I think not. So what if Marquise Kurisu is FB? Why would she? Now here we are going. Why would she? Episode 1. She has the argument with Okarin, with Rintoru, about time travel. It shouldn't work. You know, it's not working, or it shouldn't be. We know from her background by now that her father kind of destroyed himself by doing so and everything. So she is very much against it. She is with someone now, Okarin, who proves it is working. So there are multiple options why she doesn't want it to happen. And that's where it's interesting for me now. Option 1 is because she simply does not want time travel at all to happen. So she will search what to do to make him undo it. And there is one big pressure point he has, and that is Mayushi. It's working. He is undoing everything he did. It's working. The other thing, maybe, hopefully, is because she likes him and she's aware that something bad is happening. But that's pure guessing now. And she's doing it for his own good. No idea, however. So those options are. There's another indicator. We have Susuha, who always very clearly stated that she, Marquise Kurisu, is the evil witch. The one from the future that is in CERN's time travel program and is there for everything bad, you know? So, where does this come from? She's from the future, she has to know something at least. So, there are those indicators. If that would be true, I mean, we are going back to episode 1 with each episode now, it seems. Episode 17, 18, 19 now. We undid a D-mail, so we're going back in time. Until we will be at the moment where we are at episode 1 and 2 in the time of it. And if you remember, in the first episode, lying around dead with blood was Marquise Kurisu. And the first D-mail undid that. She was alive again. So I'm pretty sure we will go back to this moment. There will be something about that, but I don't know what exactly. I'm pretty sure this is like a Gordian knot and it will unravel in the last 1 or 2 episodes, which will be cool, which will be interesting. So I keep an open eye on to her because she's suspicious. However, if she is the one undoing all that, if she is the one that is behind the killing of Mayushi and everything, what an actress she is. Because we had multiple moments in different timelines where she is more than just nice to Okarin, where they are both very close to each other. You know, those moments of emotions that I said will be missing later on. And I said it since many episodes. If this is true, the fact that she forgot her emotions that she felt for him will be the problem. Because if she is the evil one, then she goes by logic and by her own goals and is not stopped by emotions in this moment because she never felt them in this timeline. Just saying. So, but that's a very big theory of mine, which I came up with. What if not? Then all of this was nothing. And all of you are like, oh man, relax. You are again like mumbling for yourself. Sorry. So let's see what else we have. Never forgot in whatever word line, I will always be there for you. This sentence is strange. I'm not sure what to make out of this. We will see. Yeah, about Moeka herself. So Moeka is a broken puppet. She is not only a broken puppet because she was used by FB and then thrown away, as it was so very clearly stated here by Okarin, but she was broken before already. So she is someone who's socially completely secluded. She's someone who's completely alone, has no friends, no family as it seems, and thus was someone easily manipulated into doing the biddings of FB. There are people out there like that, in different shapes of desperation. There are people who are possibly like Moeka, and those people definitely need help, there's no question. There are people who are not as hard on it, but I know it. I've met some people in my past who I very soon realized were kind of lonely and were clinging on everyone who was talking to them. I can only give you an example. I guess you know those moments when you are somewhere talking with someone, with a friend of yours. I don't know if you had this experience, but I had it more than once. And you're talking to a friend of yours, and then someone unknown, a third person, who you may have seen or anything, you know, but in general unknown, steps in, stands next to you two, and while you two are talking, starts like, oh yeah, I know that too. Oh yes, true. Like that, you know, like, who the heck are you? He just wants to be involved in the conversation. And those are weirdos in the opinion of many people, but quite often those are very, very lonely people and desperate. But it is not the right way to enter a conversation, you can believe that. So I can see her point, I can see her position in life very much. The problem is, if you are so desperate as she is, you will do everything. And I mean, she proved it. She did everything for FB. She killed Mayushi on multiple occasions, by the way. So I would, well, I'm not sure if I would really want to have her background story. Somehow I always want to have for each character, you know. But it is possibly a very, very sad one, so I may be better off without it. We had the talk and fight between Okabe and Moeka, which was soul-crushing in many ways. Because if you understand how Moeka feels, how she is, who she is, you know, then you have to understand that everything, or a lot of the things that Okabe said to her were just cruel. And intentionally cruel. He did it on purpose. I know his reasons. I completely understand it. He had to shake her. He had to wake her up from her stupor, from her completely focusing on FB only. So he had, and to wake someone up, you have to shake him. So he had to hurt her, which he did physically and mentally. And I'm pretty sure the mental damages are more severe. So by telling her that she hung herself, and he used very strong wordings for it. I think I wrote them down, but you know, something like you hung yourself. Okay, that's the first big hit. You know, you killed yourself. Who wants to hear that? Alone. It's a major thing in her life. She's alone. In a dark room. Very fitting. Shows again the alone, the darkness, and everything. So he pushed it into her, this loneliness, and the fact that FB doesn't answer now. So that's a major thing. FB didn't answer to her now, and that proved his point. But he insisted on it, until she was even more broken than before. But all of this because he wants her to give him the information he needs. I can see it. I can see his reasons, but it was very, very cruel. Necessary out of his point of view, but incredibly cruel. It shows, and again, from the side of Okabe, what he is willing to do for Mayushi. You know, we had that already. He would do anything for her, like Moeka would do anything for FB, it seems. So, alone and abandoned in this dark room. There it is. Very strong language there. They had the complete opposite in it as well, when she said that when FB texted her and gave her something to do, she had a place where she belonged. And we all had this very short but existing, not backflip, a memory of him, where Moeka was sitting between Mayuri and Christina, Maki's Kurisu. There for a short moment, the place where I belong. He didn't say anything, but it is like this, you had it for a moment. You were she was a lab member, I think. So she really had it, this moment. And then she destroyed it. Or in this case, FB destroyed it, someone else did. So by sending this D-mail, she undid this moment of happiness that she had, and which she could have had very much longer in the future. So that is sad as well, because she kind of destroyed it herself. But you know, you really have to give it to her. She is not really aware of what is going on. And we ended this with the moment where he said because in a sentence he mentioned, and it wasn't like pushing to it, it was just a flow of words. He mentioned that she killed Mayuri. That's what woke up for a second, so later on. So she asked about that. And there we have the big one with what he got her. The fact that he said, I will do everything to save her. You know, time itself stamped the time of her death. The universe, everything is against me. It doesn't matter, I will fight for her. I will go on, I will do everything I can, and I will jump back in time again and again. She looked at her arm, the way that she was hurt by his grab, which is a physical proof of that he will do everything. Not sure if there's maybe something in a background story about being physically hurt. Might be, no idea. But she believed him in this moment, and in the end, this passion for someone else, to be there for someone else, whatever the cost, is what she's searching for. You know? So, this is kind of a happy and sad moment at the same time, because she sees and understands that there are people who are there for each other like that. She's aware that she has no one like that, which is sad, very, very sad. And she's willing to give him the help out of this simple idea. I give you the information about the IBN so that you can save her, because you care for her as I always wanted someone to care for me. You know? I think that is a major thing why she did it. Out of the good of my heart, and you know that I'm a honey-coated sugar lover guy here, when it comes to happy endings, I would really hope somehow in the end we have Moeka in the end universe, which is hopefully a positive one, being with those with this group as friends, you know. I mean, sure, Ocarina said he will never forgive her, because in his brain he remembers the moments when she shot Mayushi. But he knows more about her background. He's aware that she did help him in the end without being forced once again, you know? So maybe, just hopefully, we will see Moeka in a positive light in the future. That would be nice to have. Just because I like happy endings. So, this is where we're going. We know now where the IBN is. Having the IBN, I guess he will get it. If he has the IBN, he can hack in and they can translate again stuff from CERN, so hopefully learn more. I'm still not sure how CERN is involved at all here. Unless, as we already learned, Marquis Kurisu is really working for CERN. I will try to keep an open eye what informations he gives to Marquis, in the meaning of which side is she on. And well, then we will see. We did not undo the Moeka D-mail, by the way. Hasn't happened yet. So it's the question, will they undo it now or not? Because right now it doesn't seem to work to undo it. Which might be because someone else is using the computer. We will see. I'm really looking forward. So, that's it for this time. As always, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in episode 20. Until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.